time. You'll have to watch the last episode to find out what we did. Because I'm not telling you, because I want views. So yeah, let's go. Right. I'll turn the speaker off then.
In all chocolate.
Are we doing story mode again, yeah?
Yeah.
If we were playing with Curtis, I'd be right. Starting a new game, we're override, and it just, yeah, we're not bothered. We fucked it up.
It never always ends.
In story mode, you're playing the game for fun. Work together to solve the crime, and play the story you want to see.
Wait, so what's the difference between competitive?
You're competing for points.
Right, okay.
So, on your takedowns and stuff, and your quick time events, like, you'd get 100 points.
Okay.
So Jess would have won basically.
How quiet.
I mean, I was the ripple.
What have you done?
Just turn it down a little bit.
A little bit? Fucking hell, I can't even hear it.
Don't need to hear background noise.
Well, we'll see how loud the bloke is.
Morocco.
Alright, come on, Bob.
Oh, I thought, wow. I don't mean put my phone down.
How well do you know your friends?
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Choose wisely. Life and death decisions will be in their hands.
Give them all to you.
Don't give it all to me.
Who do you think is coolest under pressure? Swipe left and right to shuffle through the cards. Swipe up on the one you want to play.
Seeing your fucking mate.
One name came out on top.
Seeing Bob on the go. Bob.
See, that's why I should have done it throughout the whole of the other one.
Hey, why is Bob such a
Who's brave? Bob.
I've never known anybody called Bob, that's why.
You were right.
I know people call like Bobby, short for Robert.
Bobby Joe Robert, what?
Yeah. I never understood those things like that. Like, Rich. Dick is Richard. Where do you get that from? Where do you get Dick from, Richard?
I don't know. It's like Game of Thrones, Dick on.
Right, concentrate.
Where do you know?
It's the explosion.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do we know who this person is, though? Did we ever find out who
This
this
is
person
the priest. This is the priest, that's why they put him in a prayer position.
Oh. So that's the guy that
It's often in the music.
Find that out later. It's the third film.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've
They
never
said they
investigated
said
it.
the victims were...
They were part. Dodgy
Any
shit,
cars
man.
in the vicinity of 535 Meeker, 1031, possible hostage situation. Extreme caution advised. Suspect description matches the trapper.
That's not. No. I don't think so.
Do you know?
See what happens. Or just stare at that crap for a longer time. Or go
You ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Nice and easy. Textbook college. What's the play?
Vote for choices by moving your pointer inside the box. You must have a majority vote to progress the game.
No, I say what you're saying.
Play a takeover card to lock out your friends and seize control of a choice.
Does she die?
You'll start with just one card. Earn more by completing searches and QuickTime events.
Doctor guy. This is Cop's doctor.
For this choice, you can use your takeover for free. Why don't you give it a go? Just tap the takeover button during a choice to take control.
Bob is taking Right, no, we've got to scope it out.
I gotta go through the front door.
It doesn't feel right. Let's scope it out.
Free take. I'm too close to my head.
The head, the eyes.
Split up.
I'll take the door around back.
Windows mine.
Stealth mode.
Nope. Doors
See
are
you in there.
Probably next door.
Use your pointer to hit the target before the timer runs out. Whoever hits it first wins a takeover.
Why, isn't it?
Do you look at your phone?
No.
That's probably why you win. Red, I didn't realize. I hit it up and I was like, wait, what? No, I want to do different.
Tom!
Yeah, he was.
Hands up now!
To shoot, everyone must move their pointer onto the target. Think before you shoot.
Imagine how
You
different.
do not have to open fire.
No.
I know.
Hands behind your head, no sudden moves.
I want to kill him. Oh, the majority now! I can't move out! I can't move my head!
Oh, you're okay.
Okay, open the thing. Pick up my
Oh my god.
Help! She's gonna die.
Okay. This decision is down to the friend you chose as coolest under pressure.
Stop. I know, I thought you could jump out as a jump.
Hey, Bob will rescue you.
Partner!
That movie stopped. You two are fucking idiot. Do it.
I honestly got it. I thought you could
The hunt
pull
for the
back out.
trapper came to a dramatic end tonight as police from the 3rd Precinct arrested their primary suspect, Jonathan Finn. Finn is wanted in connection with a string of grisly...
You fucked it. Circle. Click. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I didn't know it would, like, do that.
Keep it there, yeah. I was trying to move it. I was like, what? Funny. At least we know that Dave will die. We can kill our...
That's completely
You could kill both.
different.
You should kill everyone.
There was a timer. You could kill both. You could kill your partner and you
And
could
your,
kill...
yeah, and the hostage.
The last time we saved.
In story mode, you're playing the game for fun.
Technically.
Work together to solve the crime and play the story you want to see.
Call the partner.
And then still shoot
Why?
and
Do
see
you
what
reckon he's
happens.
going to get electrocuted either way?
No, because when we first did it,
No, do you reckon he's going to get electrocuted even if we don't shoot that guy?
yeah, I think that they'll both die. But when we didn't call the partner the first time,
He just magically
No,
appeared.
she walked in slowly and started talking to them.
No, so what I'm asking...
Oh.
So what I'm asking is... Oh, this is weird. So do you think us calling our partner means...
How well do you know your friends?
Yeah.
Choose wisely.
Don't call him.
Life and death decisions will be in their hands.
Exactly as we did first time.
I think so, but it's
Who do you think is coolest under pressure?
Take over and shoot
Swipe left and right to shuffle through the cards. Swipe up on the one you want to play.
That's too stressful.
You couldn't decide on this one. No single player came out on top.
Did we all vote for ourselves?
someone.
I vote for... I'm sorry, I thought you two were gonna vote me again. I thought they were gonna vote me again anyway, so I might as well vote me. The first time I voted for you, because I thought you were gonna vote me. Becky arrested Finn, but the hostage was electrocuted. That was worse than being set on fire. I know, we're gonna kill two crucial people. Straight away. First thing we do. How did we get that so spot on first time? We're gonna go alone. We're not gonna shoot.
It's because there was 6 of us, we all had a judgmental decision. And the first time when we went, it didn't show up.
So we're doing it exactly how we did it.
It didn't show up, that's why.
No, it doesn't. No, she goes in slowly. It's like hands up.
He puts his hands up.
And he puts his hands up, whereas when we pull up out and he goes in so quick, like starts shouting at him.
Then he
So we're not
shows
calling
us.
out. It's a bit. What are you doing?
Oh, probably.
Right, here we go. So we're scoping it out. We're going in alone.
Any cars in the vicinity of 535 Meeker, 1031, possible hostage situation.
Right.
Extreme caution advised. Suspect description matches the trapper.
Mine's tiny.
This box is fucking
Mine's tiny.
You ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Nice and easy. Textbook color. What's the play?
I don't be on the remote.
Vote for choices by moving your pointer inside the box. You must have a majority vote to progress the game. Play a takeover card to lock out your friends and seize control of a choice. You'll start with just one card. Earn more by completing searches and QuickTime events.
Why the fuck it up?
For this choice, you can use your takeover for free. Why don't you give it a go?
Fuck me.
Just tap the takeover button during a choice to take control.
Right, come on, Becky.
Go on, take the front door. Oh,
It doesn't feel right.
No!
Let's scope it out.
Just the fun option.
That was a mistake.
You always do one time, I just put all the wrong ones.
Yeah, it'd be the quickest story ever.
You would die.
Split up.
I'll take the door around back.
Windows mine.
Stealth mode. See you in there.
Use your pointer to hit the target before the timer runs out. Whoever hits it first wins a takeover.
Remember, at least you're red.
Red?
Okay. I missed it, but I know what I mean.
Tom, I'm going in alone.
Freeze! Hands up! Hands up now! I will shoot.
Don't shoot!
Hey! Don't test my aim, fucker!
I am not gonna hurt her.
Please help me, please get me out of here.
See? No, yeah.
Hands up! Hands up! I'm not gonna say it again! I didn't do anything. Becky was
It's not worth it. It's over.
When we drawn, just random thing.
The hunt for the rapper came to a dramatic end tonight as police from the 3rd Precinct arrested their primary suspect, Jonathan Finn. Finn is wanted in connection with a string of grisly murders that has gripped the city and claimed the lives of first response police officers. More on the story as it develops.
Ladies and gentlemen, the accused, Jonathan Finn, is guilty. Of that, there is no doubt. Your job is simply to determine how he is punished. This man, the so-called Trapper Killer, has terrorized our community with his brutal murder spree. Booby-trapping his victims so our brave first responders became victims themselves. These innocent people were targeted for no other reason than to play out Jonathan Finn's sick game. Jonathan Finn has confessed to every single one of these crimes. I ask that the court consider Jonathan Finn's voluntary confession of his crimes. He has spared the victims' families a prolonged trial, and in doing so, has demonstrated a glimmer of remorse. Therefore, it is my recommendation that Jonathan Finn be spared the death penalty and instead sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Thank you.
Jonathan Finn, you have committed crimes of such a depraved nature that this court has no alternative but to sentence you to death by lethal injection. This court is adjourned.
Who do you think is the most trusting?
I told my mom who died and who was a murderer. Straight away in the first 2 seconds. Bob?
Oh, for fuck's sake, who voted Bob?
Me?
I didn't know who you.
Tap the logbook button on your app to read plot updates, view character biographies, and check the major ripple events affecting your story.
Also voting Craig, I can't trust him, he wants to go balls to the wall.
I am Ray Weaver, and this is The Crawl. Let's kick it off tonight with our very own homegrown villain, Johnny Finn, the Trapper.
Yeah.
Sucker's been on death row for 5 whole years. Mr. Trapper's only got 48 hours left on our big blue marble, so I thought, hey, did you know one of the victims? Phones are open. Caller 1, you're on.
Hey, so, well, yeah, man, I mean, in my point of view, like, they can't fry this son of a bitch hard enough, you know? So he got messed up as a kid. That's no excuse to take it out on our finest boys in blue.
I hear you, but it ain't like our cops got the finest reputation, you know? Look at Marnie for one. Promotion to homicide, medal, the works. This gal's on top of the world, and guess what? Turns out she's dirtier than the rest of us down here in the mud. Mishandling evidence, improper conduct, who knows what else?
Damn. Guess you never know who's one of the good ones.
Who's he on about now? Who?
Yeah.
So the public
Well, he just missed the dick.
none of them say different stuff yet.
Good morning, everyone. Caught another pair of John Does this weekend. We're quickly racking up red names on this board, and I gotta tell you, Unsolved cases don't exactly uphold the reputation we've built here at this precinct.
Just put Marnie the Magician on the case. I hear she's got a knack for making things disappear.
Son of a bitch.
Detective Calvary, I pretend you didn't just say that. You're dismissed.
Hey, Becky. Ignore him.
Calvary?
Everyone knows he only reported you because you're the biggest target.
Glad to know my accomplishments have earned me something.
You doing okay?
Yeah, looks good. Oh fuck. Can't remember. Did we?
We did not really last time.
I'd be doing a lot better if Calvary would take a short walk off a tall building.
Hey, just promise me you won't do anything.
Huh?
Don't give IA anything to work with.
We just said
At least while the inquiry's still open.
Really? More plans.
No. Let's not do anything different.
Yeah.
Why? No.
Just gotta keep telling myself that.
Detective Marnie, we have a word in my office.
Oh, he's gonna tell us off now. No, this is what happened last time. I know.
Look, Marnie, I'm not supposed to comment on an ongoing internal affairs investigation, but if it starts affecting my best detective...
I'm sorry, sir.
Hey, don't apologize. You're a good cop. I have no doubt you didn't do anything to compromise the crime scene intentionally. The facts will speak for themselves.
Thank you for believing in me, sir.
You know, it sometimes feels like we don't have a choice in these things, but you do. You got me?
Yes, of course.
I want to believe that. But I know the trapper's set for execution in 48 hours. It's a heavy load. Knowing you sent someone to death row, I don't want you to be distracted.
Finn's execution can't come soon enough.
A whole lot of folks agree. I know I do.
I'm gonna guess none of those folks are looking forward to a good night's sleep as much as I am. The fact that he's still breathing keeps me up at night.
Got your message. Heading to see your client now.
Sorry I couldn't make it back to town.
I'm not crazy about meeting Finn without his attorney present.
I know. Thank you for talking to him so quickly.
Well, he doesn't have much time left, does he?
No, he doesn't.
You want to give me a little preview?
Kind of a tough nut to crack. Be strategic.
Great. Any tips?
You need to get him to talk about Adam Jones.
Who's Adam Jones?
Better you hear it from him. You got a plan?
Yeah, we do now.
I know how to get what I need. Call you after. Your attorney says you've got something you want to share with me? You've got 5 minutes. Piss around and I'm out of here.
Miss Graves, I did not kill anybody. I used to blame God for what happened.
At Las Palmas? The orphanage?
We were just kids. We trusted them. But I've forgiven them now. God teaches us to forgive.
You can't forgive your abusers once you've put them in the ground. Forgiveness doesn't work like that.
I didn't kill anyone!
Finn, calm down.
Calm? I'm about to fucking die! And nobody will know the truth.
What do you mean? What truth?
I'm gonna die a liar. A dirty, sinning liar.
Truth about what?
The confession, the murders, everything!
Oh, so now you didn't kill them? The chaplain, the orderly? Then who did? Adam Jones?
Adam was my friend at the orphanage. Things we'd been through together, who could blame him for killing them?
No.
I'm listening, but you have to give me more to go on.
Adam and I, we've seen some shit together. Makes you close. Adam escaped, and I found drugs. I was high from the moment I got out of there. And a couple of years later, a couple of centuries, hell if I know, Adam tracks me down online.
And he keeps writing me and bringing up all that old shit from the orphanage. He says he knows exactly how to make him pay. So we made an arrangement. I rat myself out, I take the heat off him, spend a couple of months in the clink, and then wham! Trapper strikes again. Can't be me, 'cause I'm in here. Makes sense, right?
Pretty convenient.
Convenient? Convenient is Father Raminsky running an orphanage. Fox in a henhouse. You have no idea what it was like in there. The playroom. Well, that's what he called it, but I think he was the only one who was having any fun in there. Cops never found it?
No.
Well, you can go see for yourself.
Not even sure if the orphanage is still standing. So where is he?
Adam? Now? No idea.
How can we find him? Gotta start someplace.
I got a place.
Where?
It's not, It's better if I draw you a map.
Bob voted Bo.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh my god.
No! I thought you were going to do that, no.
Stop. Finn?
No.
Stay back.
I just want to talk.
To shoot, everyone must move their pointer onto the target. Think before you shoot. You do not have to open fire.
Hey! 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 Settle down and take it easy.
How'd it go?
How do you think?
I got a report back on Adam Jones. He was at Las Palmas same time as my client, but he died in the same fire that closed it for good.
Lana, your client just tried to assault me, okay? He's dangerous. If you're looking to get him out of here, it's not gonna happen. Ever.
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Look, that's not what I'm after.
Then why bring me out here?
If you tell the judge about Adam Jones, maybe he'll grant Finn a temporary release and help the cops track down Jones.
Lana, it's too late.
It could lead to an appeal.
All we're doing is delaying the inevitable.
Adam Jones is reasonable doubt, Felicity.
I never wanted the death sentence, but I just don't think this is enough to stop it from happening.
Finn is not a good man, but he is not the Trapper. And if he dies, the Trapper is still out there.
Maybe you, Lana.
Yeah. You're right. Let's take it to Judge Vanstone, see what happens.
Thank you, Felicity.
Don't thank me yet.
See, the only ripple effect is she takes.
Who is the most persuasive in an argument?
It's on that. Wait, who is the what? Most persuasive. Fuck yeah.
You vote yourself, didn't you, bitch?
I got you. Don't worry.
Thank you so much for seeing me so quickly.
Miss Petty already filled me in on this whole Adam Jones business.
Yes, sir. I just spoke with Mr. Finn.
Now, in my experience, you light a candle under a man's ass, you can fly a balloon out of his mouth.
Sir?
Are you buying his story?
2 viewers.
Ooh.
I have that. What we said last time. You must all agree.
I get on my side. Oh, you bugger.
This is what we said last time.
No. No.
I have doubts, but we do have a record of an Adam Jones at the orphanage, same time as Finn.
Has anyone spoken to Jones?
He's been presumed dead for years.
That's quite a stretch, don't you think? Well, even if Jones exists, how can you be sure Finn can track him down?
I'm not sure what the truth is, but I know it's out there and we need time to find it.
Apparently, you need to release a convicted serial killer to find it.
Just long enough to lead the police to Adam Jones.
You're full of surprises, Miss Graves. Well, if you were in my position, what would you do?
Only the friend you voted as most persuasive can make this choice.
I think that he can help us. If you grant Finn a single-day release under armed guard, we may save an innocent man from wrongful execution.
I see. All right, Miss Graves. I'm going to grant Jonathan Finn a temporary release into police custody. But only for 3 hours, no more.
Thank you. Hey, Lana, you're not gonna believe this.
He actually went for it?
Surprised the heck out of me.
Wow. Nice work, Felicity.
Don't call me that. I'm gonna head over to Homicide and let him know.
Good call. And Felicity, thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
No, the other way around.
Not the right one, because that right one is a guy that's already dead. It's about a guy that's already dead.
No, the right.
The left one's about a guy already dead. The right one's about a new investigation.
No.
The right one's about the brother.
Yeah, that's what
we
I'm
go to
saying,
the
of the guy that's already dead.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't give us anything.
Outrageous.
We arrest
Case
him.
against Finn was air goddamn tight. Nailed him with a hostage, for Christ's
The
sake.
brother.
The
of the
brother.
guy
Had to be
that's
one
dead.
hell of a tale for you to go and spin the judge's head around.
No, the old guy's brother. You fool.
No, it isn't.
I'm just doing my job, Detective Calvary. I try not to miss things that might be important. I know that's sort of a foreign concept around here.
I'm not gonna punch a DA. Not a lady one, at least.
Who exactly was Adam Jones? Did he come up at all during the investigation?
Uh-huh. There was an Adam Jones at the orphanage. But you know what? Sorry fucker was killed in the fire that shut the place down. So the story kinda ends there.
Finn's got impeccable timing. You don't think he's full of it?
I think there's something there. Judge thinks so too. He's granting a temporary release into police custody to help find Adam Jones. Finn tells me Rominsky had a secret room at the orphanage. Called it the playroom. It's where he held his extracurricular activities. Does that sound familiar?
I'd remember something like that. That didn't come out in the report.
I was wondering, Mr. Hillary, so when you analyzed the bodies of the Trapper's victims, did you find anything that might suggest there could be another suspect?
Gosh, that was 5 years ago. I don't think so.
So no reason to suspect anyone but Finn?
I do recall only, submitting a partial analysis of the evidence because Mr. Finn confessed, so it seemed open and shut.
So there was more evidence left to analyze.
Well, yeah, trace signatures.
Do you have access to all that data?
Now just hold on a goddamn second. How can you even entertain the idea of letting this scumbag out of his cell? Finn had motive. He went through hell at Las Palmas, he hated the police. We even found his hair at another crime scene.
The RV park, right? That was the social worker? And, Detective Marnie, would you mind walking me through that night again?
I'll walk you through it in 2 words. Missed opportunity. Could have had Finn in handcuffs right then and there.
They couldn't though, isn't there someone they already got?
Yeah, he's already gone.
I didn't ask for a running commentary, Calvary. I think the record is clear. Detective Marnie showed extreme bravery in a difficult situation. If you don't mind, I'd like to hear what happened from you. At least you were actually there.
Sure. Catherine Hope was a social worker at Las Palmas Orphanage. We didn't know Finn had her.
Who would you describe as the bravest person amongst you?
Doesn't really matter, because probably what you say. Oh. just voting Becky.
We got a 10-8 at Hoghaven Trailer Park out by the highway. A break-in in progress. I was closest to the scene, so I went solo. Should have been a piece of cake, but that night everyone was on pins and needles because the trapper was Raising Cain. And any one of us could have been next.
With like that, the doors there. Use the ball. Got like Velcro on it.
Why did that dancing?
Might go into the trailer straight away. We did do it last time. But. Yeah. Then, but we know.
I know that there's no way out.
We'll have more seconds left if we don't.
You know where we're always now.
Search for the clues shown at the top of the screen. When you spot them, use your pointer to highlight them before the timer runs out. You'll win a takeover for every clue found. These clues could help you in the future, so try to find them all.
Pretty sure it's 2.
There's 3.
Oh, there is. Footsteps didn't work. Okay, I'll try and do footsteps.
I'll do the bag in the back.
Table. That was a year. Me and Mark did search out there.
Yeah.
No, that is why you need to be 15.
Help me! Oh, shh. Okay. Just keep quiet.
Who did this to you?
I was in the bar. I don't know. I woke up here. Oh God, please help me, please. What's happening?
Only the friend you chose as the bravest can make this choice.
I'm gonna remove the timer.
Oh God! Oh my God, get me out of there! Ah!
Shh, calm down, please.
Hurry! Oh God!
Where's my time left?
Oh, we didn't.
It wasn't the kind of thing I'm eager to.
Finn must have seen you coming. Got out before finishing the job.
Yeah, split so quick he left his gear behind.
We didn't even see him though, so he didn't actually get away, did he?
Technically,
It was very brave of you to go in there alone.
I was just doing my job.
And how did you link Finn to the scene?
I discovered that Mr. Finn had left a hair at the scene. We ran the DNA through our criminal database, and he came up as the match.
He was already in the system.
Finn had been in and out of the station so many times he practically had a door with his name on it. When we got the tip that he'd been spotted at a squat, we just happened to be driving by.
Shit just seems to fall in your lap, Detective.
At least I caught him, Dick.
Uh-oh. Mama Bear's got a temper. Watch out.
You're not hair pink.
Okay, let's ease up on the pissing contest, all right? Let's at least try to pretend to work together.
To shout him.
I'm sorry. Last I checked, this was my case. And I got my guy convicted. Who the fuck are you to question my competency?
I'm a district attorney.
Yeah, we never see it.
Are you finished?
The Trapper case shook everyone up. I think we've poured enough salt in all our own wounds for one night.
Sergeant.
I think that about covers it. Or anything else we can help you with?
Well, we never actually see her face in
No, she was blonde.
Yeah, it could have had a hair dye.
Do you have Adam Jones's forensics records on file?
Oh, not from his death.
Were there samples taken when he was placed in the orphanage?
Yes, most likely.
Would it be possible to pull those records and run them against evidence found at the Trapper's crime scene?
Are you shitting me? You're wasting the time of this entire division, you understand? I got a better idea. We let that psycho die on the table.
Calvary, stop. We'll have Mr. Hillary look into it. Let you know if we find anything.
Thank you.
Hey, Graves.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say that...
Calvary's a dick.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Let's go on.
You were really helpful.
Wow.
Oh, hey, what are you doing tonight?
What?
I've got a huge stack of files at my apartment. Not gonna be able to get through it on my own.
Okay, sure. I can help you with that.
Perfect. Call me.
Here's my card.
Which one of your friends keeps calm when emotions are running high?
Oh, too late.
Too late.
I swiped sideways and it just did that.
Vote for yourself. Vote for yourself. Because I voted for you.
You voted for me? Oh. I accidentally did. I went like that.
I was voted last time.
And then it just wiped out.
Yeah, no, that's why I said vote for yourself.
What did I have to do?
Different scenario.
Oh, yeah, different.
A rat trap. Huh.
Yep. Found one at each of his crime scenes. Some kind of messed up calling card.
I had no idea.
We managed to keep it out of the press. Target number 1, Rupert Walsh, the Undertaker.
Oh, this is what
After he killed him, the Trapper rigged a shotgun to the motel door, and the officer who got the call took it in the chest. Simple, but messy. Not a guarantee he killed the responder.
Was there anything more on the victim? I mean, he's the only one without a connection to Las Palmas, just a local gin hound.
Finn called it a dry run with a wet noodle. I guess that was his idea of some kind of sick joke. But then again, if he's not the Trapper, God damn it. This case is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Ricky, do you want to take a break?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just, this was all ancient history. And staring at these files again, Finn's execution coming up, I don't know, it's been hard to sleep with this shit just running through my head.
Well, the good news is it'll all be over before you know it.
Yeah, you're right. Second target, nasty piece of work.
Oh, this is the one that would beat the kids till you couldn't recognize them.
LeMay. Orderly at Las Palmas. A couple years before the orphanage, narcotics had a file on him a mile wide.
But they couldn't get anything to stick.
Slippery son of a bitch. The Trapper left his body in a pitch-black room, rigged a light fixture with C4. The cop who showed up flipped the light switch and let there be light.
He's definitely elevating here. I mean, his first real kill, more sophisticated, but he wasn't satisfied.
Third target, Father Rominsky, leader of the pack. Chaplain at Las Palmas and the man behind the abuse.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. The Trapper knocked him out, cut him open, and rigged him up with explosives to blow if he moved. We got a tape of the whole thing a few days later. The sick fucker made Rominsky kneel in prayer for hours, confessing his sins. When he got what he wanted, he called Sergeant Teller.
Did you know the other two cops?
That was my precinct.
So, all three of them, and you, a first responder in the botched attempt, all from the 3rd precinct?
The murders were in our district.
How well did you know the other two? I mean, how well did you know the other first responders?
Enough to know that I didn't like them much. I got out of there as soon as possible.
What if the first victims in each incident were just a smokescreen, and the real target was the 3rd precinct?
Interesting.
Yeah?
These 3 cops, they weren't exactly best of the boys in blue.
How so?
3rd precinct had problems. Of chemical variety.
They were using?
Yeah, and then some.
I'm surprised this never came up in the investigation.
I'm not. Anyways, you might have something.
What's up with you and Calvary?
No, there's a guy who's got it coming.
You couldn't even cut that tension with a chainsaw.
Calvary's just gotta stick up his ass.
Why is that?
Well, for starters, I'm the one who nabbed the trapper, not him. He can't stand it.
Okay, he's had some time to get over that.
Yeah, you'd think. But he keeps messing with me.
How so?
Just because I'm good at my job, I have a target on my back.
I'm sure that's not true.
Yeah, easy for you to say. My dad's not around to fight my battles for me.
No one has it easy in this town. Okay?
Yeah, it was.
Which evidence though? I don't understand.
He doesn't tell us anything.
Right, so we don't need to investigate that brother.
But will they give us the option for victims?
This is 125 at the 1016. Make an entry.
125 acknowledged. Caution advised.
Question.
On the phone.
Yeah. So, like he was in a house in the couple. Yeah. That's what.
Was in a house in the couple.
This is the police. Anyone here?
Was he on there?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I know it was him.
Oh, dear God.
We don't get a choice.
Sir, can you hear me?
We should have picked angry about Calvary.
Hey, what's going on?
We got a problem.
What?
Victim's a cop.
What? What happened?
Still trying to put that together. Call came in and there was a body. Responder showed up, body was rigged. Trap was down.
Police? Who? How?
It's Calvary.
What? No, that doesn't That's ridiculous.
They're still sorting through the mess. Becky.
Oh my God.
You didn't say where were you last night?
No, that's not yet.
You didn't fall out there?
No.
Excuse me, would you please stay clear of my working area? Thank you. From what we can piece together, it seems like Calvary brought a prostitute.
God.
Brought her back here where, you know.
Track her down?
Only got a partial description. 20s, brunette.
Great.
Calvary put a whole clip in that wall and didn't hit one thing. Only blood here's his. And Officer Montesinos.
The responder?
Calvary's body was rigged. Traps.
Fuck.
We scanned the whole floor.
Keep looking now.
Picture
mousetrap.
Oh, look at bullets. You missed one.
Just say it's one.
That's a whole clip. If someone cut his throat from behind, then why would he fire this way? And if they did it from the front, why would he miss?
Prostitutes in the
Oh God. It's really him.
Must be this.
I don't think we clicked that.
No, we didn't. See?
Anything?
Nothing useful.
Is everyone blind?
Did you not see?
Are you actually going to look down?
She didn't see the
Beck,
camera?
I'm sorry, but I have to ask you this.
Oh, here we go.
Where were you last night?
Only the friend who keeps calm can make this choice.
Well, no, you're supposed to be this now.
I spent the night, or the evening, with Felicity Graves. Going over files.
All night?
Yeah? So?
Shit.
What?
You need to be very, very careful how you handle this.
Why?
You gotta make sure you account for all your whereabouts. Everyone knows how you and Calvary felt about each other.
Tom,
You have to be careful.
do you really think I could do something like this? Listen to yourself!
I'm not accusing you.
Oh no, but it's the first thing that pops up in there.
You can't blow up. You know what this looks like. Be smart.
I want to pick up that fucking camera.
This isn't happening.
I wish it wasn't.
I hated that fucker, but I would never do something like this.
I believe you.
Reaction thing, though, just
You shouldn't have to believe me.
I believe you.
Oh, just believe us then. Because at first you didn't. Here we go.
Oh my God.
That's why.
That's the end of part 1. Check the logbook, fix yourself a drink, and hit the box when you're ready to move on.
Maybe it wasn't actually. They're probably bomb. That spy cam thing's annoying.
I know.
It's even in the app.
Yeah, it is.
Spy cam. Becky just did it. Camera phone. We can't listen to you,
Put all the files together. Cute.
Oh, fucking.
I didn't know we could. Like,
You have to say angry about Calvary instead to Felicity. There you are.
why didn't she pick it up and unload?
Disturbed it, yeah, but did do anything about it.
I don't think she knew.
Yes, Craig.
Well, obviously. If we don't, I'm gonna be annoyed because it was impossible for us to get it.
Surely you would have heard it hit the floor.
Yeah, it's well.
It's wooden floor.
Why is this not working? Walk away.
Yeah, but then Tom scared of the shit out of us.
That's true.
Jeepers.
And now, part 2 of Hidden Agenda.
I've got 5 tape notes.
Not skipping. Oh. I can't remember the reason why we got that.
Who do you think is the most loyal?
I don't think Mum likes that we didn't put all Frank in or.
Oh, damn it.
You didn't vote.
Okay.
Nobody voted it for anything.
You understood. You said you shit.
Hey, Simon, how you holding up?
Hanging in there.
A lot of extra work whenever there's a freak on the loose, I guess.
Okay, guys, settle down. Listen up. Hey, listen up. We lost a cop today. Another one won't be returning to active duty. And it could have been even worse. I know it's going to be tough on all of us. No one here ever thought we'd see the day that Jack Calvary went down for the count. Well, let's be blunt, he wasn't the kind to catch his flies with sugar. But he was one of us. And this atrocity cannot stand.
Excuse me, Sergeant. What's the latest on the witness? The call girl?
We got an APB out, and one for this Adam Jones, too. We'll keep you updated. Until we have reason to believe otherwise, we are treating this as a Trapper copycat. It's entirely possible that Jonathan Finn is somehow pulling the strings from behind bars. We have District Attorney Felicity Graves here to help with the investigation. She is familiar with the Trapper's MO. She's here to help. Please extend her every courtesy. One more thing. District Attorney Felicity Graves has negotiated to have Jonathan Finn temporarily released into our custody.
Aw, come on. You believe this?
Hey, I think this might be a valuable lead, and I'm gonna follow it through. Anyone has a problem with that, you know where my office is. Detective Marnie, I'm gonna need you to look into Calvary's old Trapper case files. We're looking for links here, anything we could have missed.
Yeah, sure. Got it.
Okay, time to get moving. Just remember, Jack Calvary is watching from whatever shithole he ended up in. Let's do him proud.
Hi.
Miss Graves.
How you holding up?
It's tough losing one of the ranks. No matter how it goes down. But thank you for asking. Let you know if we find anything.
They're getting ready to move Finn for his little field trip. I'd like for you to join us.
So would I. If I can get out of the dungeon. So I've been going over it in my head.
What?
You needed an alibi for me at the crime scene. Do you really believe that I had something to do with this?
Becky.
I asked you a question.
Will you let me through, please?
Only the friend who is most loyal can make this choice.
Oh my god, I don't know.
I'm your partner. We have to be honest with each other.
Honest? Fine. Here's honest. Everybody knows about this beef between you and Calvary. Some of these guys, they don't think you're all there. You've got to start watching out for yourself.
Tom, you're accusing me of murdering a fellow officer.
You had motive. I'm just doing my job.
You're my partner, Tom.
How can I forget?
We're supposed to be on the same side here.
I'm not on your side because I'm your partner. I'm on your side because I'm your friend. And you got more around here than you realize. Why do you think Riggs put you on case review?
He just wants me out of the way.
Maybe. Or maybe he thinks you'll actually find something.
Yeah, he was more like...
What the fuck? You haven't got an alibi, basically.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you doing?
Adam Jones was definitely at Las Palmas, same time as Finn. Allegedly died in the fire that shut the place down. Now, according to Finn, Jones grew up to be the Trapper, but how can that be possible? Doesn't make sense.
So we don't need to do the one on the right?
No.
Oh, but the one on the left is not.
Yeah, this is what I said.
Morgue person.
I say we go to Tom.
Yeah, same.
If these killings are connected to the Las Palmas orphanage, Father Rominsky is at the center of it. It's just too bad that the rest of the clergy took a vow of silence the minute things started to get hairy for him. But Finn told Felicity that Rominsky had some kind of secret room at the orphanage. Couldn't find any reference to this in the police records. I guess it's time for me to head over to Las Palmas and take another look.
first trapper victim, though. I think that was going to be quite So I think we should do it alone.
Hello? Hello?
I'll do the bottom right.
I'll do the paint on the wall.
We have already done it once. Still didn't need that then.
Rocks of the summit is running.
Which one did they? What we're about to discover. So what's behind that switch?
A button.
A button. What's wrong with you?
No. Oh, with a car, son.
It's not so fun.
What?
What?
It's too quick.
It's not. You don't even like it.
I like Dragon Ball, you? It's good enough. Yeah, you always have go with me for playing your game.
Oh, hello, ladies. Looks like Father Rominsky was a regular customer. Whoa.
When I do, you normally go, oh, well. That's reading.
Did you ever finish?
No.
Hey! Hey, who's there?
Who do you think is the most daring?
Can I get voted for this on site? Yeah, I'm not daring. Fucking hell. Boring. Oh, for fuck's sake. I swiped that many times and it went round and round and round. Bob.
Who's Bob?
Marnie, headed to a house at 22 Huffman Road. Meet you there?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
We're heading to a house at
I found Rominsky's playroom.
Anything there?
No, not much, but he and Calvary had one thing in common. Hookers.
Interesting.
There's more. Someone was creeping around Las Palmas.
It could have been nothing. I mean, the place is like squatter heaven.
They bolted the second I made them.
I'll see you at the house.
No, okay. She said that last time. What she was wearing.
No, we can choose differently. Because
Yeah.
choose differently. We can choose differently. Sure. I think we should. When it's a crucial.
Do me a favor and just make sure he doesn't try anything.
Oh, he can certainly try. Don't get any ideas.
It's good to see you again.
How are your bracelets?
Well, I can't feel my fingers, if that's what you're asking. You gonna help me out or what?
Less stress.
We still do the same.
We're not evil like.
Here.
Thanks.
So is this where Adam came after the orphanage?
This is where Adam grew up.
Just shoot.
Got a gun to make it. Shoot first, let's crush his later. Don't put Mark in a situation like that. You'd be dead.
All clear. Couple squatter nests, but looks like they split.
All right, give us 5. Start the tour, boss.
Right this way. This room right in here. This is where Adam slept when he ran away.
Nobody's been here for years, Finn.
Well, I didn't say he'd be here to greet us.
The box.
So you're saying that this is his, not some squatters?
Squatters wouldn't dare.
Yeah, I've got 10. So you can not 4. Look at that.
Or a 5.
Oh, because you're doing all that quick.
What is all of this?
Adam's pop was a pest control man.
You don't say.
He was a pretty good one, too.
Traps. Of course.
The one thing Adam got from his dad was a knack for killing vermin.
Detective Marnie, Sarge says it's time to wrap it up.
We found something. Just need a couple more minutes.
How did Adam end up at the orphanage?
Well, Adam's pop would get so blasted he couldn't see a hole in a ladder. Beat his wife senseless if she gave him one crooked look. One night, she loaded up his double-aught, took his head clean off, right in front of Adam. Judge put her away for life. No parole, no visits from her kid. Guess it don't matter that if she hadn't picked up that shotgun, Pops would have killed them both sooner or later anyway. That's our justice system for you, right?
No good outcomes in a case like that. Surprised she couldn't see her kid, though. That's harsh.
That's Judge Vanstone.
You're kidding.
Think I'd kid about the man who sentenced me to die? A couple of weeks in, Mama Jones hung herself in her cell.
Christ.
So yeah, Adam was shipped off to Las Palmas. Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh? You wouldn't believe what they did to us in there. Raminsky and that piece of shit orderly. And you know, we tried to fight him the way you're supposed to fight him. We called the cops. 3rd Precinct. And nobody did a goddamn thing. Not even our own social worker. So once Adam got out of that hellhole, he figured out his own way to make them all pay. Those cops? He knew their beat. He timed every murder to the minute. He knew exactly who'd get the call and exactly what was waiting for him. Cops failed, parents failed, system failed. What would you do? You took out the people who hurt us.
It's not for me to decide. That's what a jury's for.
Yeah, so I hear.
Who gave him the right?
You know, I used to think maybe Adam's the only one who can see the world for what it truly is. See past all the bullshit. The evil deeds that lie in the hearts of men. But now I know only God has that gift. Thanks for hearing me out. After all this time, it's nice to tell my side of it.
Sure. Call anytime.
There is something else.
Yeah?
The hostage. When you picked me up. Daniela Cardenas. Well, Daniela and her sister Izzy were with us at Las Palmas. They went through the same shit. Izzy never got over it. OD'd a couple of years later. Adam knew that Daniela would do anything to see Raminsky pay.
Son of a bitch.
God. The hostage was in on it.
This is Officer 609.
10-4.
We're gonna need an APB on a new suspect. Daniela Cardenas. I repeat, we need an immediate APB. Cardenas was not a hostage in the Trapper case. She was a co-conspirator.
Center copy.
I'm gonna call Simon Hillary. If Daniela's sister passed through the morgue, he might be able to take off the case. You gonna be all right?
Only the friend who is most daring can make this choice.
Should we do the same one?
We can talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah,
Hey.
definitely voted no. However,
I'm not sure.
because we listen to
You still think I'm making all this up?
Less and less. But without proof that Adam's still running around.
I can get you proof.
No, you can't.
You're right. Not like this, I can't.
You're nuts.
Look, he's never gonna show his face while I'm on a leash. But on my own, I can draw him out, serve him right up on a silver platter.
Even if you're right, Judge Vanstone wouldn't go for it in a million years.
What if I were a wire? Then you could keep tabs on me.
No.
But it could work.
No. You're on death row. Did you forget that?
For crimes I didn't commit. Did you forget that? Look, there's, something I may have neglected to mention.
Oh, please, enlighten me.
Adam told me that if I were to ever find myself free of incarceration, he'd reach out immediately.
Is that so?
You could make it look like I overpowered you. No one would have to know.
You gotta get your head examined.
It's the only chance you got. And it's my only chance to do one good thing before it's all over. Look at me. I could take you out in a second. Police would buy it. We can make it look real.
Prisoner 75422 is requested to be returned to custody immediately.
This is Officer 732 receiving request. Please stand by for confirmation.
How would you even find him?
I got strings I can pull. I can find him. You just gotta let me.
Hey! Hey! You're not going anywhere, cowboy!
Yeah.
got to that point without him.
Yeah, we got 80 hours to get. Before he dies.
We don't want to do it.
Back to the beginning. The Undertaker. The one target Finn had no clear motive to kill. No apparent connection to Las Palmas. Widow claimed to have no idea why Finn would want to kill her husband. Maybe 5 years have given her a fresh perspective. I'm gonna go see if she wants to be chatty.
No, we don't have close gun on this one.
Who do you think is the most honest?
Blue. I just clicked up on the first one. It just happened
Yes?
to be me, I didn't get it.
Miss Johnson?
What do you want?
Who are we talking to?
The...
We've never done this.
I'd like to talk to your husband.
I'd like to speak to you about your husband.
What are you, a cop? I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Whoa. We've never seen this happen.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a detective. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your husband.
Yeah? Where was y'all when I called at 2 in the morning to get him to stop hitting me? Where was the cops then? Now you got a lot of questions for me. Maybe now I ain't got time for you. All right. You gonna tell me exactly what it is you want to know?
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that your husband treated you like that. Sounds like he had it coming one way or another.
Yeah, one way or another. That all you wanted?
I'd like to know if, your husband ever used the services of a call girl.
What are you kidding? He suck his pecker in everything from high-priced spreads to gutter cleaners. I gave up keeping score.
Ma'am, have you ever heard of anyone by the name of Adam Jones?
A kid named Adam used to help my husband out sometimes before he lost his undertaking job, but that was a long time ago.
Could this be him? Maybe just grown up a bit?
Well, yeah, could be. Yeah.
Are you sure? Take a good look.
Yep. I say that's him.
Well, thank you for your time, Miss Johnson. Sounds like he had the same MO as Adam Jones's dad.
Let's get there. No, we
Roden.
Who do you think is the most cautious?
Please get the orphanage. Adam worked as an assistant for the first victim of the drop.
Detective Marnie?
On my way to see Simon Hillary.
At his house? After hours?
Yeah. I'm really starting to think there's a connection here with the prostitutes and the trapper killings. Hillary might have some forensic evidence we've overlooked.
Go easy on him, alright? He's pretty shook up from the fireworks this morning.
It's just a few questions. It's no big deal.
Detective Marnie. Hello.
I'm sorry to bother you at home.
Please. Come in.
It's completely different.
I can't believe how close I was to I can't even say it yet.
You got lucky.
You're telling me. Just another split second and... My God.
Don't dwell on it. You're alive, that's the important thing.
Yes,
You two pussies now.
of course.
Do you remember Las Palmas?
The orphanage, the case from a few years ago. Unspeakable.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing some digging. The father there, Rominsky, Seems to have a thing for the ladies of the night, which is starting to feel just like the Calvary case. And Walsh, the Undertaker. Hooker, same thing. Night of his death. That's just too many hookers to be a coincidence.
Huh?
Unless every single man in this town is a John.
Well,
I'm working on a new theory. It's just a sketch, but I think you can help me.
all right.
Was there anything you found that might point to the killer being a woman?
Well, there was trace evidence. Yes, it's possible, certainly.
Is that data still available?
Of course, the records were archived when Finn confessed.
Are you all right?
Sorry? It's this morning. I'm still a little shaken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Back in 2012, when we took down Finn, he had a hostage, Daniela Cardenas.
I remember. She, relevant?
Turns out she wasn't a hostage after all. Whole thing was a setup.
I can't believe it. That's preposterous.
Daniela's sister, Isabella, died a few years ago. Came through the city morgue. That one of yours? Did you examine the body?
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Something's fishy. It's like we've got all these tidy little puzzle pieces, but the picture on the box makes no sense. Feeling like there's a lot more to this than just Jonathan Finn, you know?
I'm not sure I do, Detective.
And now, the Calvary murder, maybe Finn's still a part of it, but what if someone else is pulling the strings?
I'm suddenly feeling very unsafe again.
Daniela's another puzzle piece. A small one, but important. Finn's Adam Jones apparently survived the orphanage fire. Worked for the Undertaker, Trapper's first Vic. The widow even identified him from a picture.
I'm sorry. I am still feeling very foggy after the explosion.
He's an identified for a picture, and then he drops his cup.
Only the friend who is most cautious can make this choice.
Yes. No. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Sorry, just a moment. I'll get that all cleaned up.
Why? What do you mean? Fucking get ready, people. I don't want to follow him.
I don't want to follow him either.
Craig.
This is your fault, Craig.
Good.
We die. This is your fault.
Oh?
Oh.
My apologies. I'm still a little scattered.
Don't worry about it.
You're welcome.
Here, let me help you.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. I told you about that.
All right. I've taken up way too much of your time.
It's no bother. Really.
Oh, I know that you didn't get to finish your evaluation at the crime scene. Is there anything that you may have missed?
Well, I don't think so, but this was no typical attack. Whoever Calvary was with, he probably knew them.
Thank you for your time. Okay, that was odd. Simon basically freaked out. And that hoodie. Was he following me at the orphanage? My gut says that he's mixed up with this somehow. Time to do some digging.
It's 20 past 12 at night.
I'm at the night shift, man. I'm so hungry at night.
Craig, move away from the bed.
I'm hot.
15 hours to live.
Isabella Cardenas. Found on the side of the road. Apparent overdose. Body showed signs of long-term abuse. Medical examiner was Simon Hillary. Huh. He didn't mention this. Maybe he didn't know this was Daniela Cardena's sister? Date of death is just before the Trapper killings began.
Oh my god.
What?
That's Simon Hillary.
Oh my god.
We found his yearbook picture.
Huh.
Right, now we're back here. We can find the camera on the floor.
That's why we had 2 and 2, not 3. We had shotgun bed, and that was it. We didn't get camera. And we didn't do the thought, did it?
So have we got a camera shotgun?
No, we
there?
didn't find the shotgun.
I know.
Yeah, no, but he's saying...
8:23 p.m. Revisiting the crime scene of Detective Jack Calvary's murder. Gonna have a closer look at the bedroom first. It's not that big of a place, but I always have to wonder if the forensic team missed something.
Yep. I'll go for camera.
I'll go for
And
the
then we'll
bed.
try and find shotgun.
Shotgun shells on the floor. Shotgun shells on the floor.
Where?
No.
Oh.
Ugh,
Meanie.
bloody mess.
I found both, so...
Marks spread outward on the headboard from the origin of the blast. Explosion was highly directional. If Simon did know about the bomb, it's possible he could have avoided serious injury. Forensics confirmed that the bullets were fired from Calvary's gun. Why? Hey. Now what is that?
Doesn't matter. We now got 3 and 3.
And now we now have video evidence.
Son of a bitch. Gotcha.
Why is he not going back for it?
I didn't see it. He was doing the body when
Wait, how? What?
we were doing the...
Wait, that's not Calvary.
That is Calvary.
That is not... No. Nice film.
Oh yeah, you did.
She's killing him.
Yeah. That was the...
That's what.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, now this is just... Huh. Okay, now who's this?
Yeah, that's really bad picture. Oops, I probably...
Oh my god. That's from the orphanage. Dollars to donuts, that's the same hoodie I saw drying over Simon's washing machine. Shit. Wow. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but thank God Calvary was one perverted piece of shit.
Yeah, she's killing.
This is huge.
Right.
And then we go in the bathroom and it's almost...
Yeah, same locations. Right.
But we
Where's
can
the
have
hiding?
cars.
You see what he said though? Simon appears to still with
Defacing his brother's yearbook.
No, he is not this person in the yearbook. That's what it's saying. He's still in the thing.
Ah, right, okay. So she went back and found his yearbook. Right, okay, we've got the actual thing.
So close.
Prostitute.
I can explain.
Yeah, well, you damn well better.
I will. I will, just... Could you...
Start talking.
I needed to know.
Know what?
About you.
What were you trying to find out?
I know you and Calvary had issues.
It's putting it mildly.
That's exactly my point. The inquiry?
Jesus Christ. You too?
I have to look at this from every angle, Becky. You know that. Okay, if you wanted Calvary out, then you could have used Finn's confession to pin it on the Trapper. That's opportunity and motive.
You're right. And so is this
right
now.
Oh God, please. Please, Becky.
Felicity. Who am I? Who?
I'm sorry.
For you to think that I could do this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's the end of part 2. Hit the box when you're ready to move on.
That's what she's showing your stomach. Oh. She's showing the bomb. Right. What's this? Felicity. Suspicious of the police. She snuck to the crime scene. See, it says she's suspicious of the police, not us. Right. Are you ready, people? This is where it That didn't look like the same house then. No, it didn't. At all. Sorry. The only thing that's pissing me off is Finn returned to death row.
Yeah. We just gotta do it in time.
Yeah. But his hostage was working with him. He helped us.
Dun, dun, dun.
So last time we thought it was just thingy for him.
And now, part 3 of Hidden Agenda.
Yeah, good posture.
Who do you think is the most observant amongst you?
Who's the most observant?
One name came out on top.
This might be completely fucking different. In fact, it's probably going to be completely fucking different.
I don't
Because our part 3 last time.
Same one. Back in the dark. I am so gonna get ready when she leaves.
You still think it's me?
Becky, I have to be honest, but it does kind of look like you, and that's not going to help your case.
My case? You're the one who broke into a crime scene.
I think we're both guilty of that.
The guy on that video? In the hoodie? Same guy I chased earlier.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Alright, so this hooker, she's working with the Trapper. Why? She lures them and kills them and he sets up the trap?
The thing that I'm stuck on... Where did the hooker go? She goes into the bathroom and the hoodie guy comes out. I did some digging on Simon Hillary.
What do you mean?
I kinda took a peek at his personnel file.
Took a what?
Then I found his high school yearbook online.
Becky, are you sure that's a good idea right now?
It's worth the risk.
Well, maybe it wasn't the safest move, but... whatever. It was worth it.
What'd you find?
I found Simon Hillary.
So?
That's Simon Hillary.
Wait, are you saying our Simon is not the Simon?
What if he stole this guy's identity?
But how?
The timeline fits. They'd be about the same age. And look, you can see a resemblance. Adam supposedly died in the fire, then pretty soon after, Simon Hillary starts his training. He's been following me since the briefing.
Simon? Or Adam, I guess?
Yeah. He knew I'd be looking into old cases, and that with enough digging, they'd lead me right to him.
Damn it. I'm not sure if there's enough here yet for a warrant.
I know, but I can get this guy. We can get this guy. With your help.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just lay it all out first.
Thanks. When Calvary was investigating the Trapper 5 years ago, he had one big blind spot. Prostitutes. The first target, the Undertaker. Met with a hooker the night he was killed. Father Rominsky had a thing for hookers. And now Calvary is killed by a hooker. At least someone dressed like one. If it is Simon, maybe he's using a hooker to lure his targets into a premeditated murder site. Or maybe there's something we're missing. I don't even know what to think anymore. I feel like everyone is out to get me.
Don't worry, Detective. You're safe with me.
Only the friend who is most observant can make this choice.
No one's ever safe in this town. Maybe Simon's working with Daniela Cardenas. She could have been the hooker with Calvary.
Well, I guess it's possible. And they're trying to track her down, so maybe we'll be able to ask her.
Simon knew Jonathan Finn started talking, and then he killed Calvary because he knew everyone would immediately suspect me. Throw them all right off the scent. Christ. He's been right in front of our face this whole time. What? Felicity, what?
Well, a search warrant for Simon's house is out of the question. But there is another way.
Like?
He knows you, so you could call him up for a drink, and while he's out here and you've got your eyes on him...
Seriously? You want to break into his house?
Well...
Felicity, that's illegal.
But we'd know for sure.
Felicity, I don't think either of us should be getting in that kind of trouble. There has to be another way.
My advice, sleep on it. Take all this to Sergeant in the morning.
All right.
She even said so
See ya.
herself last time we played that if you break in a crime scene, all the evidence is emancipated.
Oh crap.
It's kind of like middle left.
It is middle left.
It's middle left.
So you need to do a tilt.
That's why I was so like...
Oh my God!
We all missed!
Pause it, quick! Pause it! What's wrong?
You got it!
Oh, it didn't pause.
Why?
Hey, Lana.
Check your email now.
What Oh.
Whoever did this makes a compelling argument Marnie killed Calvary. Well, more than just Calvary. Play the audio.
We should just press the
Cannot believe the mouth on this Marnie chick. We gotta be careful, or she'll blow this whole operation. What'd she say? Threatened me. Us. All of us. She's out of control.
If we do that, you win, basically.
Someone's been holding on to that for years. Did you recognize the voices?
No. Should I?
It's been confirmed. They're two of the officers killed by the Trapper.
Look, Marnie's been weird, and yeah, she had motive.
And?
She didn't have opportunity.
How do you know?
She was with me the night that Calvary died. I mean, if she didn't, it'd be one hell of a trick.
I've got 12. I'll win. We're not killing it. I've got 12. I'll take you all on.
Oh, right. Well, then we're gonna die. We're gonna have to run away.
Exactly.
Or then all the cops
we
are
have
gonna
to,
die.
yeah.
So you'd rather have all
We
the
get
cops
arrested.
Oh.
Oh, hang on.
And either way, we're playing the scene.
Oh, no, wait. Didn't we in?
Good to see you again, Daniela.
We definitely didn't.
No, because we're drunk. We've seen. Not drunk.
Resisting arrest? Uh-oh. Somebody's in a bit of trouble.
Suck my nuts.
And hello. Finn's come clean. We know you weren't a real hostage back in 2012. Daniela, you've made some mistakes. But you were a victim. Your sister, I'm sorry about what you both went through. The system failed you. That made you angry, right? You wanted to make him pay. Is that what Adam Jones said he would do?
Yeah, because we kind of all went.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. And it makes you a co-conspirator. Doesn't look good for you, but if you help us, we can help you.
Sure. He's the one who set it up. He told me what he did to the fuckers who hurt me in Izzy, but I have no clue where he is now.
You haven't seen him at all since the arrest.
I saw him once. He didn't recognize me. He looked all different, but I recognized him. Can always tell from his creep-ass eyes. Even all cleaned up.
Cleaned up how?
I don't know, he's like a cop doctor or something.
Detective Nelson, I need to speak with you.
We're right in the middle of this.
Now.
Felicity knows more now this time, then.
Oh, yeah.
All the choices you made.
Don't go anywhere.
There's been an abduction. Judge Vanstone. Witness says it was Becky Marnie who took him.
What? What did he say?
Victim says it was Becky.
Finn's blaming us. Finn's blaming us.
No, not Finn.
Who do you think is the most compassionate?
No, don't pick me, please.
Don't pick Alicia.
The victim.
She wants everyone to blow up. Alicia wants everyone to die. Bitch. You voted, didn't you? Why? So you want her to either flee or not jump through it. So
What would you do?
Leave him.
You do what I would do.
She wants to do. Yeah, we had to do that.
I thought you said like join the watch or something.
The only reason
Yeah,
And you don't even
there's no option to do
We're
it.
the main assistant.
What did that sergeant say to Tom then? He just said something that he didn't say before.
Is it someone's blaming?
Finn is blaming us.
No, not
No.
Finn. Finn's in prison. How the frick can he do that? Victim.
A victim.
What the fuck? Oh god! Judge Vanstone? Oh, fuck! Oh my god! Oh god!
I'm gonna stay, but not
You want to blow?
There was 2.5.
What did she do to me? What did she put inside me, goddammit?
No, it's gonna be so. We're gonna cut him out.
Judge Vanstone,
What is it?
It's the Trapper. You're rigged.
What? Oh, no. No.
It's probably an explosive and... Shit. Gotta figure this out.
Oh, God!
Right, 3.5 minutes. Now we make.
How's your head, Detective Marnie? They're coming for you. They know you did it. They know you killed everyone. There's no escape. You're the Trapper, Becky.
Is that our phone?
Why are you doing this? Tell me why. Haven't you fucked with me enough?
Please, Detective Marnie. So vain. I don't give a goddamn about you. Sorry. If you will notice, there is a small heartbeat tracker on Judge Vanstone's wrist. It is synchronized to a cell phone that I have surgically implanted into his stomach. The phone is just a timer, but
Every beat of his heart knocks another second off. The faster his heart races, the quicker the clock. Now would you care to guess what happens when the numbers reach 0? Game over. For anyone in, say, a 100-foot radius, give or take. Which will most likely include all the police who are swarming in to arrest you right now. Sometimes killing is the only option. You can try to run, but I can't promise you I'm not going to pop that balloon a bit early. And there's enough explosives in there to level the whole floor.
Jesus Christ.
I left your firearm for a reason. Stop the heart, stop the timer.
You can't be serious.
I can be whatever I want. You can be alive or you can be dead. That's your choice. And the clock's ticking.
Oh, we didn't even see it was him.
No, he didn't. 2 minutes 26. It purposefully shows you the clock as well.
So what did he say? Are you gonna get me out of this?
It's not 2 minutes 26, 200.
Only the friend who is most compassionate can make this choice.
Alright, risk it. Go on then. Let's see if you get blown up, and then I'm going to bed. You gonna pick?
Oh my god.
You gonna pick? Stay, you could have picked. I'm doing good. So you have to click stay.
What did he say? Could you get me out of this, please?
I hope I don't just reset it. Do the thing quick enough. Or maybe you lost a minute because you took USB twice.
I'm really sorry about this. Shit. Shit.
No, 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 no. Please. No.
Oh my
Ah!
We're gonna die.
I can't do it. I can't.
Oh God. Oh God. Thank you.
Too late, game.
I need you to stay calm, okay? Stay very, very calm.
What?
Do you understand?
Why?
You metal.
What's happening? Oh God. Why in God's name?
Please, 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 just stay calm, stay calm.
I
Shit. If the timer reaches 0, then we're both dead.
How much time?
Oh my fucking god.
Not that much. But the calmer you are, the more time that we'll have to figure this out, okay? So stay calm.
Why did she just be talking to me? I'm well thought it was going to be a rush.
What a mess.
Simon Hillary.
They know.
He knows because he said cop doctor. She told him cop doctor.
So we might have to die
To
get
ram out.
people to solve it. If people saw us in that outfit, they'd think it was us. But instead,
no one saw
we
the,
died.
But no one saw the
Video except us.
video except for us.
No, we showed it to Felicity as well. Not telling us. Why didn't you show it? No, she questioned it and
Well, that was when he was burning all the stuff, wasn't he? Pretending to be dead.
Oh, for God's sake.
He's done it before.
What about
Do it again.
Felicity? For fuck's sake.
Don't say that. That was such
Fuck's sake. Continue.
We should have broken them all. We should have done what Felicity said.
But we're still
Earlier today, Judge William Vanstone was kidnapped from his home and tragically murdered. Detective Marnie was killed in the explosion that killed Judge Vanstone. Officials have confirmed that Marnie is considered a suspect in the slaying of fellow detective Jack Calvary. An investigation is ongoing. Sergeant Riggs made a brief statement to the press only moments ago.
Even if we got arrested, we could have done the
fucking it's like an hour and a half in to change it. It's fucking stupid. No chapter select, you have to fucking go in.
This is a dark day for the police force. But I can assure you, we are taking every step, including a rigorous internal investigation to ensure that this kind of travesty of justice will never happen again.
Simon was right here, in our station, the whole time. I don't know how he did it. How we missed every sign. Not many good cops around here, let alone detectives.
I already told you everything I know. Why don't you leave me alone? I didn't want any of this to happen. None of it's gonna bring my sister back. Do you understand?
Do you know someone named Simon Hillary?
Marnie, she's a tough nut to crack, and yes, she's got a lot of baggage, but I should have trusted her. She was right.
And what about the charges against her?
The charges? I think they're bullshit.
They got him not. This doesn't tell us.
Well, look at that time. Probably work for somebody else.
With the majority for trust questions. So, like, other people in so well. Keep an eye on it. My legs are still full.
Whoa. You must have had some heck of a rat problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do it until we did it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, and I'll probably do it. Because for until then, I did them all. Took me fucking ages. What to do? So I was done so long.
Yeah. I mean,
this is shorter, but it's still just as good.
obviously I couldn't play until then, so I just watched all of them.
Yeah. I don't have a lot, but you're looking. Oh, fuck, I haven't started the stream.